today I'm going to show you this bedroom and all the furnishing in it, the little miniature furnishings. And I just wanted to show you around the bedroom though first because it's really pretty and the wallpaper. And then I also have this beautiful hanging here. It's all metal frame and a print from, you know, Victorian era. And the stairs that lead up to the upper room that's here. And they're pink with some gold on them. And then down there leads down to the kitchen. And all the lights and the light chandelier. It's a pretty nice size room. The floors are hand painted. And it looks like nails in the wood. And then this door with a beautiful crystal doorknob. And of course it opens. Leads into this other bedroom. The very first piece I want to show you is this beautiful fireplace. And this was done by Storybooks Miniatures, one of my favorite Etsy shops. And obviously it's all handmade and she adds the items to it. And the candles are the wax candles. I love everything that's in the frames. Even a little one here. Little snuffer for the candle, to snuff out the candle. And little matches over here. Draped in a beautiful doily looking runner. And the hearth is aged looking with tile. And some utensils for the fireplace. So where I'm going to put this is at the end here, right in here. Next I'm going to show you the armoire that goes in there. And this also came from an Etsy store, but I don't remember the name. And they did not hand sign it, so I can't tell you what it's from. But it has more of the decals on it, so they're not hand painted, but they look really nice. And on the sides. And it's antiqued with some gold. And this one, I'm going to have to tuck it a little bit because the room's large, but there's a lot I want to put in here. So I'm going to tuck it back in here in the corner area, which is kind of a strange place for it because this is where the stairs are, but it's going to be like at the landing, I guess. And that's the only place that I could find that it would fit. I don't want to block the windows, so that's why I want to put it. And this is such a beautiful set here. And I'll put in a link in the description where I had gotten it. And this chair is so beautiful. And it's the same place I had gotten the dining room chairs for in here. So the same artisan made these. And also the bed I'm going to show you. And another item. So there's quite a few items from that place. And they also have their own website. So it's not just on Etsy, but you can order right on their website. Their current items that they have for sale. And I want to show you all the items I want to put on this that came with it. And all these drawers do open. And I've said this in previous videos, but furniture that's miniature, when all the doors open and are working, usually is a better piece. And the sides even hand painted, which I appreciate. And little rosebuds here. And like I said, the upholstery on here is so pretty. Now here's the mirror that goes on here. It's from the same person that made everything. And As you can see, the drawer is slightly open with pearls, and there's candles, and it's just absolutely exquisite. And I have this little photograph I'm putting on here that is, again, of a Victorian lady. And here I have a pin cushion, and on it is some hat pins. And then there's feathers too that are in here, and a little rose. I don't know if you can see the rose very well, but it's so sweet. And then here I have a little set that has a powder puff in it, and just combs and a brush and a box of who knows what, some kind of perfume maybe. And yeah, I don't know, it's so tiny that there's so much details. There's even a little necklace wound up in there. But see the little powder puff, isn't that cute? It's all Victorian in this beautiful gold tray. So I put in this little nook area. The only thing I don't like is I can't see the sides, but I know the sides have that hand painting. Sometimes that's what happens with miniatures though. You buy a piece and you find the perfect spot for it, and it cannot show the whole entire piece, but you know it's there, so that's really all that matters. And I have this day bed that is kind of like a couch day bed, and Victorian style of course, and the skirt on it is ruffly. I love the fabric again, and the caning are just so pretty. You can see it real close here, and the same artist that did the chairs and the vanity. And then I have this one that's from the same artist and the same matching fabric. And it's a tiny bit different, the fabric, but it coordinates super well. I don't know if you can tell, there's just a little variation of difference. This has more like butterflies on it and flowers. The color is a little bit more pinks, fuchsia, and this one is a little more subtle with the colors, but it really goes well together. And I decided to put this here under the windows, and in the bed I'm gonna have go this way. And then I have a little seating area for over here. This is made by Lynn Landry, and it was made in 2020. And unfortunately one of the legs is missing, and I don't know whatever happened to it, which is kind of sad, but I can still make it work, and it's very pretty. So I'm going to put it in front of the fireplace, and I'm just going to have it at the head here. And see, it just leans back so you can't even tell that leg is missing. So I have these chairs here, and in place of where the couch sofa was, I decided instead to use these, and they're velvet seats, and I just think they would look really pretty in the bedroom with this beautiful table that is like a pie table. And I decided Mother Goose had this, but I borrowed it back to go in here because it goes so well with the colors of the chairs. So I'm putting this in front of the fireplace, and I'm always changing my furniture around, so a lot of times you'll see things positioned one way and then I move them around to the dollhouses different ways. So I don't think there's any law or reason you have to keep things as they are, and it's fun to play around and just move things around if you want. And then I also have this very beautiful bedroom end table dresser, and again all the drawers open, and you can see it looks hand carved, and of course there's the claw feet. And this piece came with the bed that I bought, so it's from the same artist. And so of course I'm going to put that right by the bed. So it's a bed stand is what it is. behind the bedstand, I do have a cup of tea here and a stack of books. And this lady here is with her needlepoint and stitching, and she is making something, and she is being warmed by the fire and having probably some tea by her bedside later. But right now she's just relaxing in her nightgown. And I did add some drapery here that looks like a blanket for the bed that I forgot that I had, and I put that back in its place.